So as I'm looking at this, I know how to do the first 4 probably, right? So go ahead and do that first 1 and 2. And it's division now. So division, I know a lot of people kind of get confused on division, just the whole concept of it. I want you to look at division as multiplication, because that's really what it is anyway, right? Instead of saying, I'm dividing 15 into 3 parts, how much is in each part, why don't you just say, how many times can I fit 3 into 15? Right? How many times can 3 fit into 15? 5, and it's 1, so it's negative. How many times can 7 fit into 49? 7, and there are 2, so it's positive. This is the exact same thing, guys. This is the same question as that. And this is the same thing as that. I actually think it's easier to do division this way. You know why? Because all I kind of do is have you picture how many 2's can fit up into that 38, or how many 12's can fit up into that. That way it's not a division problem. It's just multiplication. Brian said 4. Positive or negative? Negative, because there's only 1. Good. How many 2's can you fit into 38? How many can you fit into 40? 20. So you can only fit how many then into 19? Okay? And it's positive. All right. We've not seen 5 and 6 yet. But what do you think you have to do? It says f minus h divided by 10. So then it tells you, oh, by the way, f is negative 15 and h is negative 45. Okay, try to follow me on this. If you do, that would be awesome. Are you ready? F means wherever you see f, don't put f, put what f is. And I want you to subtract. And what am I asking you to subtract? A negative 45. Follow me. Am I right or wrong on this? Oh, I have to put a negative 45. How convenient. There's already a sign there. I'm just going to put 45. No. You have to do a negative 45, right? And then divide that by 10. But we don't keep our problems like that. And we don't subtract a negative. We add a positive. Good job. So I still have kind of a multi-step problem to do because I got to figure this out first. And then after I figure that sum, I'm going to figure out this quotient, right? So what is a negative 15 plus a positive 45? Positive 30. And then the quotient of 30 and 10 is 3. Wow, what a good problem, huh? Did you follow it? Okay. This means take whatever g is, subtract 5 from it, and then divide it by negative 1. So I'm going to say that g is 5, then I'm going to subtract 5 and divide it by negative 1. I'm really glad they put this problem on here because it's a problem that even my 8th grade kids get confused on. 0 divided by anything is 0. It's not the number underneath. It's not 1. It's 0. Every time. I don't care what that number is. If 0 is in the numerator, your answer is 0. All right, let's move on to some division problems with words. So remember we talked about stocks the other day? Stock in a company. Like if I would have bought stock in Apple in 1995, I'd be a billionaire and not be here right now. I probably would be here, but I don't know. We'll see. So this lady is thinking about buying stock in a company, but she doesn't want to just go in it blindly. So she records every day. On Monday, it lost $2 a share. But Tuesday, it went up 4. Wednesday, it went up 4. But then it fell 6, and so on. So she wants to decide if she should buy stock in this. So guess what? What is the average change per day? Ooh, good question. What does it mean to find the average? A little poster right up there next to that greater than sign. See, it says mean. Mean is another word for average. And what does that fraction say? Add up all the numbers and then do what? Divide them by the number of numbers, right? So let's take negative 2 and add 4 to it. And add another 4 to it for Wednesday. But then add a negative 6. Isn't a negative 6 the same as it dropped 6? Yeah? What number should I divide by? Can I just pick one of those numbers? No. How many are there? 5. So this is again a little double step problem. So how do you want to attack this? And because that commutative property says you do however you want. I know what I would want to do first, Alyssa. I would add all the positives, then add all the negatives. And then I'd have a positive and a negative, and then I'd add those. Okay, good. So I'm going to say a -2 plus a -6 is -8. And what do all my positives add to? 13. Don't forget about the divide by 5 part. And -8 plus a positive 13 is? And 5 divided by 5 is not 0. It's 1. And the fact that it's positive means what? Tell me what that +1 means to Mrs. Arnold. Yeah. Say that again. So on average of a week, the share went up $1. So at that point, if you're Mrs. Arnold, you say, $1, that's nothing. I'm not buying stock of this company. I want to see an average of $10 a week, right? Somebody else might say, well, it didn't lose, so I'll go with it. So that's the choice that she would make at that point. Are you okay with that problem? Okay. Tyrell saves $500 for his summer vacation. But when you have money and you're saving for something, do you realize how hard it is? Like, do you ever go into it and say, okay, I'll just wait. I'll just get this one thing. So Tyrell did that. Every week he got into that money. For 8 weeks he spent $25. So my question is, after he kept going in and getting back $25, how much does that $500 now? So this is a multi-step problem. What do we need to figure out first? Yes. Well, not 8 times 25. 8 times he spent it. Yes. So how much money is left in his envelope? A negative amount. Or a negative number was taken out. If you spend $25 8 weeks in a row, how much did you spend? Yep. So that's going to be a -200. And then I could either say he had 500, spent 200, or he had 500 and added in a... Either way, that 500 is now only 300. Are these problems making sense? Okay, we got 2 more to do. As a front passed, the temperature changed steadily. Steadily means by the same amount for 7 hours. At the end of the 7 hours, it had changed a total of 21 degrees. My first question is, did it get colder or warmer by 21 degrees? How do you know? Good. So does it matter what the temperature was to start with for this problem? I don't care what it started with. I don't care what the temperature is now. All I need to know is that it changed 21 degrees and it got colder in 7 hours. So how much did it change each hour, Michael? Close. 3. Yep. And then what problem? Because here's the deal. I know you guys know the answer is -3. But what do I make you do for word problems? So, Lizzie, go ahead. Yep, perfect. So here's what you may want to do. Find the answer first. Put the answer first and then say to yourself, what problem will give me an answer of -3? And that's -21 divided by a +7. Good? Yeah. Go ahead, Roger.
I was just a little confused how you got the -3 right away.
Because I looked at this total, and yeah. Yep, that's exactly what. How many times, if I split this into 7 hours, there would be a -3 left. Okay? Good. Richard is swimming underwater, so his negative, right? Uniformly means the same amount. So he's going down, he's scuba diving, and he sets his timer for 6 minutes, and he just keeps going down, 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 into the ocean. Okay? After 6 minutes, he realized that he changed 30 feet in elevation. He descended. So the question is, if he changed 30 feet down in 6 minutes, how many in 1 per minute? Roger. Yes. So he changed and went down 5 feet every minute, which doesn't seem very fast, right? But you know what? You're scuba diving. You're looking at like beautiful plant life. Why you want to go so fast. But what problem is going to give me an answer of -5? Lizzie. Yep. Okay. Do you understand division word problems with